First guess. Global warming. How many times we heard these words? The first time when I heard it, my impression been, wow, it's gonna be some tropical place here in a while, so we can have bananas on the streets, and it's gonna be warm whenever we have a snow. Sounds like a good thing. But scientists said it's not like that. It's really different. And you can't even imagine they can say we might end up with a new ice age. So what is a global warming? Today, I've been the first person in this room. I like to come early. I've been here maybe at 6:30. So once I open the door and get inside, it's been really hot here. Much hotter than outside. Why? How does that happen? We have windows and we have a sun. And in these windows they let the sun, infrared radiation, get inside of this room and stay here. But they prevent some part of it to leave this room. Earth is like a big room. And atmosphere is a big glass. Centuries, years, millions of years, it's been established that a certain amount of the sun infrared radiation get to the Earth, getting absorbed, and some of this getting back to the space. What's happened if we change these windows? If we make some different type of glasses? What if we change the atmosphere inside of this room? Change the gases, the proportion of gases inside of this air. Radiation will change. The radiation will revert back to the space, will change. The amount of it will change. In our case, global warming bringing us to the case when Earth is not reflecting back to the space enough amount of the sun radiation, which is bringing to the heating up the whole Earth, the whole atmosphere, the ocean, the ground, the people. In 2007, United Nations Global Climate Changing Team established big report, worldwide report about atmosphere changes. And they had the pure facts. And the facts been about how many numbers, pure numbers of change in temperature for the last 100 years. Since 1880, the temperature on Earth been measured with care, been measured very, very carefully. And we know that the average temperature for the last 100 years changed to the 0.74 degrees. And a major part of these changes occurred for the last 20 years. How does it happen? What been changed in the atmosphere of the Earth? Not in a little city, big city, country, but the whole Earth. How does that happen? And it's been discovered that exists some type of the gases which are able to hold sun radiation, and they're called greenhouse gases. You know what is a greenhouse? If it's a cold, you build a greenhouse, a construction with a glass, and you let the sun radiation get inside, which is heating up the atmosphere inside, and lets your grass will grow up. So these greenhouse gases, they're not dangerous for people. One of the major of them is the CO2, carbon dioxide. CO2 is a very popular gas used everywhere. But CO2 in atmosphere greatly increase the possibility of atmosphere to hold the radiation. And they compared for the last 10 years and compare what has been getting from the ice in a polar, that the percentage of carbon dioxide increased about 12%. What is consequences? consequences are very bad. Reports saying that the hurricanes of the class 4 and 5, the worst hurricanes, increased in number for 40% for the last 10 years. And it's directly linked to the global warming. The change in temperature leading to the change in atmosphere. We have a lot of places on Earth where the water level grow up every year. It's absolutely proved. We have 3.1 millimeters of the water level growing up. And the trend is going to grow because we have warmer atmosphere, we have more vapor, we have it's moving, we have it's raining, we have water expanding because it's become warmer. And also this vapor which is coming to the clouds and making a big rains, increasing the amount of the rains in some part of the earth. Like in the forest trees of USA, the amount of the rains increased, which has increased erosion of the earth, of the ground, of the soil, removing of the important parts of the soil. Changing ecosystem. In 1997, in Kyoto, Tokyo, 36 members of 36 countries comes together to discuss what is this global warming. And they realize this is a problem. This is going to be a problem for our kids, and we already start to see this problem. And what they said, we have to decrease the amount of the CO2 we produce in each country by the limit of the 1990. And now in 2010 we have 191 countries join to that Kyoto Protocol and proving that they will do their best to have the level of the CO2 emitting to the environment on the level 1990. I hope my children will live in a safe world from a position that the environment will not be heating, that this will not lead to the catastrophic changes which are now proposed. Thank you.